Welcome back to Greenwich Valley for episode number 7 with me, MrSealyp. Just had a spot of lunch with Mick and Stuart. Great demand at eggs. Whitney, we don't have any eggs. Is it just eggs they sell? Eggs, Whitney? Sell, buy. It is, and we don't have any, so that's kind of irrelevant. Right. Bit of maintenance done on the baler and on the tractor, and we've also jet washed both. We bought back the or Debbie bought back the sprayer, so I've given that. She's gone off to get some lunch. I gave that a bit of a work over, give it a bit of a spray, so that's all sorted out. So we are now off to the store for our next lease. We need some way of moving these bales. Now, I was going to do manual loading onto a bale trailer, and I've just got way too many bales. It would take me forever. I mean, 5.5 hours to do the actual silage bale making. It would be craziness. So what we're going to do is we're going to lease an auto load trailer. And when I say auto load, I mean auto stack, not auto load, not as in the drive past and they'll just flick up onto the thing. Which I have no problem using, and I've used them on previous Let's Plays and stuff before, because you can kind of simulate that concept of bales being lugged up onto it, or whatever, however you want to go with it. At the end of the day, it's your Let's Play, your story. I do it however you want. Let's go this way. So I'm going to get one of the auto stack type ones. I think we're going to go with an Anderson. When we get back over to the first field, the field next to the pig farm, I'll explain why. In the last episode I did kind of allude to the fact I had some concerns based upon a picture that was sent to me and a few comments. I will elaborate in more detail as to what that actually refers to. Massive thank you and shout out to Wombleway. When I talked in the previous episode about driving on the road up towards the B&B, and it reminded me of one of a junction on a road that I've travelled in Dorset on the way to Lulworth Cove. He sent me a message and said, do you mean this junction? With a picture from like Google Maps, wherever it was, of the pub on the corner and the junction. Knew exactly where I was talking about. Incredible, so thank you for that. Love it. Happy birthday for the other day as well. It was his birthday too. I'm not going to go down the route of that. I know everyone's saying it's my birthday too, you know. I've known the Wombleways for a long time now. Very, very good friends of the family. So, like I said, we're going to go with an Anderson. I was going to go with the Arcusin Auto Stack. They both do the same thing. I think they both do 16 bales. One of the Andersons only does 14 bales. And obviously there's the round bale ones as well, but obviously we need a square bale one. So my concern is this. In the pack that the wrapper came in, with all the equipment available in that, it changes the texture, and as I was baling and then wrapping, when I got to it and it went into the wrapper, the texture changed and then it wrapped. Now, the picture that was sent to me was of somebody trying to pick up bales they had baled using that new baler in that pack, and it's saying bale type not supported. What I'm hoping is, because I wrapped them, it won't be looking at the texture of the bale but the wrap. Now potentially this could still be an issue. If it is, I'm in trouble. So yeah, don't know, all I can do is try, and fingers crossed on that. So like I said, we are going to go with Baling Technology, go through the store brochure and see what they've got available. So whether or not they can get it here too. So actually it was much closer than I thought. We've got the Arcusin FSX 6372, which does square bales, 16 of them. That's an auto stack. Then in the Anderson pack, we've got these two round bales, 24 and 24 round bales, and they put them in a stack on the ground, not upright. Then we've got these two, the Stack Pro 7200, which will do 16 bales, and then we've got the TSR 3450, which only does 14. I'm going to go with the Stack Pro. We're going to lease that. Again, it's an expense, yes, but for the time it will save, I think it's a must. And I think for potentially what we're going to make, getting rid of the bales and then potentially with Digestate sale as well, we're going to recover this money. You know, at the end of the day, any money we make is money, as long as I offset the costs of whatever machinery I've leased, and I suppose my time, 5.5 hours, you know. But the time side of things isn't really the issue. We're just trying to clear the debt. I'm hoping if we can clear the farm's debt, then maybe I might get a payment out at the end of it. At the end of the day, I've been hired on to help them. You know, I didn't necessarily just offer out the kindness of my heart. I did want to help. I do want to help. I kind of quit my job collecting the debt, and now I'm helping the farm. But they are going to pay me a salary for that. That's not going to be, you know, all for free. Now what if I do if I swing like that? I used to have to do this when I worked for Royal Mail. That pillar's right in the way. When I was worked for Royal Mail for 17 years. I was a postman. From 1990 right the way through to 2017. And a lot of the Royal Mail vans, if you pulled up at a junction like that, you just couldn't see. You just couldn't see back to pull out. So you had to kind of come at the angle at 90 degrees, at the junction at 90 degrees. Otherwise it didn't work. So, as per usual, off to the pig farm. I'll see you there in a minute, and we'll, fingers crossed, hopefully this works. I think I might cry if it doesn't, because I've got a lot of bales to move. So, first load. So like I say, I'm going to take them north and south. We're going to go up to Whitney and down to the biogas plant down here. So BGA and biogas. Going to split the loads. One to the other, one to the other. I'm going to take the telehandler up, I think, to Whitney, and then what we'll do means maybe leasing something to the other one, and it'll be a case of load, you know, because obviously the biogas plants will only process at a certain speed, and that is determined by the company that runs the biogas plant, in inverted commas. So I'm not going to really know. Some areas I've worked on, some farms I've worked on, the local BGA has what do I need to do here? There we go. Have had a fairly fast processing speed, and others haven't. So it can all depend. Oh, now it's crunch time. Please pick up. Oh. Okay. First hurdle eliminated. Now this is going to be no different to the job I did in the previous episode. This is going to take a lot of time. 166 bales a shift. At 16 at a time, it's going to take a while. The maths at the moment eludes me, but I'm in this for the long haul. And when I say long haul, I don't just mean like hauling a long way, I just mean a lot of hauling, plus I'm sticking with it. So, you know, bit of a double meaning on that one, we'll have that. These things are amazing. Just incredible. Now my son, when he was little, he's moved out now, but when he was little, there was a television programme he used to watch in the UK, I don't know if where else it aired, called NG Benji. And NG Benji was the weirdest thing. And I'm trying to think, was it his car that had NG Benji, Jollop and Dan, and I can't remember all the different characters, what they all did, but it had like this big arm thing. It was like a mechanic type situation. Every time I see this crane thing, the crane bit, or the arm collect a bale, it reminds me of that. Again, I could be misremembering, like the ability to speak. Misremembering. For all you youngsters out there watching, having a sharp memory, hang on to that as long as you can, because the older you get, the worse it gets. I find the more stuff I post, the more videos I do, the more mods that get released. I honestly struggle to remember what each different thing does. And I know people will watch my videos and they'll comment if they might be using a particular piece of equipment, or they might have just used it, or they might go away and try it. Then they'll comment and say it's supposed to be used like this, or it's used like that, or you forgot. Yeah, I have. You think of all the mods that there are that have come out on console, all the mod reviews I've done, all the various different functions and functionality of all those different bits of equipment, with all the different button options, configuration options. I can't remember them all. I really try. I kind of normally go down the route of a standard button configuration and I'll do something and think, okay, that'll work. And it doesn't. And then you think, okay, this one obviously has a different configuration. But this is working and I'm happy, and those bales look wicked when they're all stacked up. I love the fact you can change the foil colour now to so many different options with that pack that came out. Like I say, we don't want our bales getting mixed up with anyone else's that might be there at the biogas plant. It's no difference to kind of a brand on animals and stuff like that, or numbers or tags and stuff when animals go to livestock markets. We need to be able to identify our bales from everyone else's. Frustratingly, oh no, actually this field was 17 bales, one of which was straw. So we will get all of the bales off this field in one load. That's a bit of a result, so I won't have to come back to this one. The straw bale that's there, we'll have to move that manually. And then what we'll do is, I did say about getting a bale shredder. Maybe one of the War Z ones. Again, we don't want to be spending a lot of money. Don't really shred bales very often. We don't need a mixer wagon either because we haven't got cows. I was saying we could always just chuck it in a mixer wagon, but don't need that either. So, we are good to go. That needs to go into its transport position, like so. We'll take this north first. We'll go up to Whitney, unload it, then we'll go to the next field, grab the next, and so on and so forth. And then hopefully, before the end of the episode, we can start getting some unloaded. I may need to lease some bale spikes. I'm just thinking, I've got the big bag handler on the telehandler, and we have got that one. But that's more really for picking up bales off the ground horizontally, not vertically. The fork with claws used to be the Kotek, was it? The Kotek fork with. See, I have moments of, you know, flashes of inspiration where a certain thing will just pop into my mind. I think, yeah, I'm sure that's definitely it, and I'll be absolutely right. And other times I'll say something and think that really doesn't seem right at all. I think I've misremembered. So, brain training, that's what we need, rather than brain draining. That's always a bit dodgy. So, north we go. It's not too far. Field's looking good, soybeans growing. Thinking tomorrow we might be able to harvest. It may be ready before that, but I'm thinking it'll be late tonight, early hours of the morning if it is ready, but I don't know if it will be. So we have to go left at some point up here, don't we? Is it further up? Fuel station's just there. No, it's further up than this. I think it's next left. No, that's where the close comes out. Next left after that. Oh, should have that on really. Hang on. I think I might have just missed the turn in. Oops. Something as well is also misremembering maps. Ah, Switney Grains. Yep, it was off the main road, wasn't it? Not here. Does mean I've now got to back out onto a main road. That's not good. Shouldn't do that. It's illegal. Where's that car? Come on, I know there's a car coming. Could you go any slower? You never saw nothing, right? Nothing at all. Right. So it was the last left. Ah. Right, there's blame, there's a claim. I can see that one coming back to bite us. So, Cool, this is tight. So first load, we'll do as close to the digester as I can get with any of these loads, I think. That way I haven't got to move stuff forward when I've got the telehandler. Try and strap as best I can. Unload. Oops. Back a bit more. Unload here. Oh, that got stuck a little bit. And then fold. Okay, first stack done. Loads more to go. Off to the sheep farm now. Trying to think of a quicker route. If we go left at the next junction, then first right, that takes us down the road, doesn't it? Yes, it does. That's more just kind of thinking out loud. Justifying it in my own mind. Ah, oh, nice drive around the countryside too. So this next load will go south, we'll go down to the other one down there, and that's how I'll alternate, and then we'll unload that way. It gives me double the processing power, and it means I can get through way more. If I just go to one and I'm waiting for it to process bales, I've got a lot of downtime where I'm waiting on processing. I'll still have to wait on processing, but realistically I'm getting double the amount of bales processed at a time. Does that make... it kind of makes sense, doesn't it? In my head it does. Whether it does in reality, who knows? I love that caravan just in the woods there. Now, oh, that was something I was meant to check. Someone commented and said when I changed the tyres and put narrows on this, I changed the horsepower. And it could explain why it was struggling a bit. So I do need to check that right here. Because that could explain a lot. Although I thought, just trying to think now, I thought it was just speed you could change, not the horsepower. I thought it was top speed. I don't know. I'll have a look. Do need to check that. They've got a workshop here actually at the sheep farm. So just thinking that first gate, I don't know if I'll get through that. So I'm going to have to come round into field 35 from a different way. But let's swing in. Will I get into it from here? I might do. Ooh. Oh, it's tight, it's tight. Nope, hit the gate. I think we've hit, yep. We've hit the post. Yeah, we're not going to get through there. Okay, well it was worth a try. Might be able to get out that way possibly. Oh, just look at the task ahead. Oh, blimey. Blimey. What was I thinking? How have I hit the... Right, let's try this again. Straighten up. Just turned too early when I came through the gate. Right, let's go with... How far out do I need to be, do I reckon, from the bale? About there? Can we actually come over a little bit further? Try and find something I can line up on. Maybe the... Let's try that. Is that better? That's better. And so the process will continue. I'm going to see you in a little while. I'll probably see you when I take the first load down to the biogas, and then we'll go from there, really. Hopefully get it all done before bedtime. I was hoping to try and get some of the bales in, because the time it will take to process, I wanted to make some money before midnight, or at midnight, but I don't know if that's going to work. Or again, we'll just have to see. I think I need to come at these the other way around, because I'm going to be too close to the fence. Next load, we're down at Linton Biogas. So you've got Whitney BGA, Linton Biogas. Or say we're down there, we're nearly there. It's just on the right. Where is it? I've been here. I had a look round. I've had a look round, a scout. Yeah, here we are on the right hand side. This is a bit bigger, there's a bit more room here. So we'll put them, again, we'll kind of line them up. I'm trying to think best place to put these, we're not going to be in the way of normal day-to-day operations. We don't want to cause any problems. Oh, that's interesting. Looks like you've got mesh pellets literally just over there. You can just see the building through there. Mesh pellets is just there. Looks like the biogas down here at Linton takes pellets, because you can buy and sell them as a fuel source. So I guess if it's biogas and they're making biogas fuel here and that kind of stuff, it would make sense to do that. That's rather cool. First load here. First of a few. Unload here. Drive forward as straight as I possibly can. And then fold back up again. Nice. While that's collapsing, let's have a look. Yeah, okay. So the pellets that are generated and created over there can be sold here at the biogas. That's rather nice, I like that. We are done, this is working out really well. The Anderson Stack Pro. It's lucky that the Anderson Stack Pro is a Stack Pro, because I'm certainly not. I know, I've had good days and bad days, the same as anything else. I'll have days where I'll stack bales and they're perfect to me. You know what, I'm really pleased with that. Other times you do it and it's just horrendous and you just can't understand why it's gone so horribly wrong, but it does. Right, back up to the fields, more to do. I'm going to see you in a little while. I'm not even going to try and guesstimate how long it's going to be this time, because last time I was way off. I thought a couple of hours and it took 5.5, so let's leave the guessing to an expert, if there's such a thing as an expert guesser, I don't know. So yeah, see you later on. We'll have some more stacks and hopefully we'll get some unloaded. It's just before 3 o'clock, and as you can see, all the fields are cleared. I have taken 5 stacks to each of the biogas and the BGA. So we've got Linton Biogas and Whitney BGA have got 5 stacks of 16. 5 times 16 is 80. 80 and 80 is 160, which means I've got 6 bales left. No, I've got 5. I've lost a bale somewhere. I kept checking my maths. I was thinking, no, there should definitely be 6 bales. I baled 167 bales in the last episode. One of those was straw, which gave me 166. I've got 5. I cannot find that 6th bale. I've been round the fields. I've been round the edges. I don't know where it's gone. It's so confusing. I'm assuming I missed one, didn't wrap one, but I can't work out where it's gone, which is weird. Anyway, these spare 5 I'm not going to take to the biogas or the BGA. What I am going to do is take a slightly different route. I'm going to go across this field, down through another field, because just over there is the barn. I think it's the barn. This could be another one. Great demand of Whitney grain. Got nothing to sell at the moment, so yeah, I hope that's the barn. Otherwise, this is going to be a very pointless segment, but not a problem. Open towards me. Oh, I hit myself right in the stomach. Not too far to go, which is quite nice actually. Something I'm going to try, I think actually at the biogas plant and the BGA, there's a hazard marked area down in front of the digester. I think that's for when you're selling Digestate, because I thought, well, maybe just put the bales down on the floor and it'll take them. I can't see that being that simple, I really can't. So what we'll do is just give this a go and see what we get. I assume it will take them. If it doesn't, I'll come and collect them and we'll worry about it later on. The various different leases obviously are bringing my money back down again, but we will make it back, so I really wish I knew where that 6th bale had gone. 6,133. Okay. It's not mega money for silage bales, let's be honest, but it's okay. What we will do then is... Oh, actually, this needs to go back now, doesn't it? I should have closed the gates as I went. Right, I'll close those later on. I'll come back and do them. I absolutely promise. Right, so what I'm going to do now is take this back to the store, and then I'm going to... We need... I'm trying to think. Probably bale spikes of some description. Oh yes, that was the thing. One of my trips down to Linton Biogas, the guys down at the biogas plant, because they've got the pellet selling sort of station there, because they sell the fuel pellets. They said that mesh pellets have got a forklift, and that I might be able to, if I ask them nicely, use it for putting the bales into the biogas plant down at Linton Biogas. So I need to have a chat to the guys at Mesh Pellets to see if they're okay with that. If they are, we'll lease a bale spike for that. So that's the plan. I'm going to try and organise those, get the telehandler up to Whitney BGA and see if we can get this forklift. That would be jolly handy. And let's see now, at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, how much silage we can get into these biogas plants and make some money before midnight. Potentially, if the digestate is producing immediately, which it should be, we might also be able to start selling the digestate before midnight too. So a bit of a... hopefully a bit of a double whammy, but I'm going to concentrate on getting rid of the bales first. That's the plan, because we are going to start losing light. The sun is going to start going down and that kind of thing. So, okay, so mesh pellets. Let's see about this. Oh, should have been indicating really. Every time I'm driving down the road, I don't know if this was just in England. It might have been. There was a brilliant song called "My Dad Drives a JCB." I can't remember who it was by. was just a fantastic. It was just a music video. It was a simple little song, but it was really cool. I don't know why that's just stuck in my head, but anyway, yeah. So forklift. I've taken the liberty of moving the telehandler. Oh, that's interesting. No parking. No parking. Oh, there it is. We'll have to have a better look around the facility here when we get to a point where we're going to do some pallets. They do have a lorry, a few backs, storage. Oh, they've got pallets already made. Okay, nice. So yeah, I've already taken the JCB Loadall's telehandler up to Whitney BGA. I've also put a set of forks at Linton Biogas. So what we're going to do is get the beacon on. There's nobody about. What time is it? 3:36. They can't have knocked off for the day already, surely. So let's get on with this. Let's get the first of these in. We have potentially a deal being struck at the moment. We have been approached by JCB, which is rather cool. JCB in Staffordshire. Staffordshire. Doesn't really matter. Staffordshire. And they are aware, I assume they've been watching the videos, which is really cool, that we've got a Loadall, the telehandler, and then we've got the old sort of 1990s fast track. I mentioned that we were having issues with the 3-point link potentially. They may be sorting us out a trial JCB, just to have a look at and try out one of the newer models, maybe. That's not set in stone. It may happen, it may not. I don't know at the moment, but potentially these forks look massive for this. Let's hook that up. Okay. Well, no time at the present, I guess. We'll do probably 4 at a time, I would imagine. So I'll do the top 4. Yeah, this looks huge, doesn't it? Probably do with that being a little bit quicker. Right, back. Keep that upright if I can. Oh no, is that as high as that goes? No. I thought we'd be absolutely spot on. We're a little bit off there, aren't we? Let's tip it back a little bit. Oh, it's not going to like that, is it? Oh no. Don't really want to knock these stacks over. Let's see if I can pick it up. It might be too heavy as well, in all honesty. Step them back. No, 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 no. Doesn't want to do it. Come on, come on. Oh. Trouble is now, I don't really want to be going up and down with this. Oh, that's precarious. Are we tipping? God, this forklift's rather... No, 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 no. Oh, come on. Oh, it's not going to go, is it? No! Maybe the forklift wasn't the best idea then. Can we tip that forward and get those to fall in? I reckon with enough force, we'll just give it a little bit of a nudge. Bomb. Come on. Okay, that went in. That's frustrating then. Hang on. Why is that not taking it off there? Nothing's working. So just catch it on the lip. Go. Yep. So we are processing. 16,000 litres. It's slow. I don't know how many it's going to take in total, but That's really not the best way to be doing this. That's going to take ages if I keep doing it that way. We need another solution. There is the trouble is you end up with so many attachments. There is an adapter that gives you higher lift. Part of the CSZ machinery equipment. But I'm not sure I want to go down that route. They seem to be stuck. Yeah, the bales are stuck. The top pile is slightly overlapping the bottom pile. Oh, come on, man. Right, move that a little bit. Let's try again. Let's put it back first. That's better. Now up. No, backwards first. I'll do the same thing. Oh, I wonder though. I can just get that over the lip. Come on, a little bit. Back a bit more. How did that lift up? Oh, I was a bit lower on the bale, wasn't I? Come on. That's really annoying. Right, bring that back. Sorry, I know this is painful to watch. Right, I need to get as low down that bale as I possibly can. Hang on. Can't I just do it in front? I did wonder that in the last episode, didn't I? Last episode, or did I say it earlier? Ah, well, in that case... Now we're laughing. I could have just unloaded straight off the back of the trailer into the sell point. Didn't know that. I did say I wondered whether that was going to be the case. Cool, right, well, we're up to 42,000. I'll get the next 4. I'm assuming it's going to be 50,000. They're normally a 50,000 litre capacity. And then while that's chugging away, I'll whiz up to the other one. We'll unload some there. Maybe I can get some workers doing it for me. That might make life a little bit easier, might it? Oh. How weird. This is going to be one of those finicky triggers, isn't it? Oh no, of course it's not. It's because I've hit 50,000. Oh. So that will carry on chugging away, and then once that goes down a little bit, that will take those 2. Which means I could realistically then just stick a whole load on that trigger, and it will just gradually eat away at those, so I haven't got to worry about... haven't got to worry about it too much. Okay, well, like I say, live and learn. What we'll do though is we'll check the digestate production and see if digestate is already being produced. I've had this before. Some maps, it shows you the digestate tank and it going up. This one, there isn't one on the top menu. So I'm not going to know how much I've got in this tank until I bring up something up next to it. That's weird. Okay. Well, never mind. Thank you to the guys at Mesh Pellets, absolute legends. Stop that there for a minute. I suppose up to the other ones, see how they're getting up there. Okay, so it's an interesting setup. What we've got on here is we've got an adapter. That's the wheel loader fork, that one. And I've got the weight off the tractor off the back just to spread the weight further back, so we should be able to lift more. But now we know what we know from the other one. Hopefully this won't be too much of an issue. Let's get lights on here. That will definitely go up high enough. Ah. Oh, I've got the wrong ones. That's not what I meant to get. That's not going to be good. Okay, well, at the end of the day it's just going to be a case of just getting them all in now, isn't it? Peculiar. This can't be less. Surely. Okay, maybe we'll have to do it that way. 23,000 litres and continuing. No, that's not pretty. I wonder then. If we can just have these as a standard set of forks. I forgot they had the auto load function. That's not going to be good because that's going to take it from the bottom. This won't go right up. As high up as that goes as well. Yep, didn't want to take it from there really, did we? $34,000 and continuing, right. I will see you much later then. Hopefully we'll get as much of this done as we can do in the time we've got before midnight. Digestate, like I say, I have no idea what we're producing because it's not showing up on here, so yeah, don't know. Not a problem. We'll have to get something to transport it though. Some sort of tanker. Because realistically, if it does sell here at the biogas plant, which it supposedly does, oh mind you, that's, hang on a minute, I'm sure it said digestate. That's just showing the slurry symbol. Oh, I could have got this horribly wrong. Oh no. Oh, if it is the case, doesn't matter. I'll just use the digestate then. We can use it as a fertiliser, which means getting something to spread it with. More expense, but then not paying up for fertiliser. So that's good. back again, nearly 20 past 6. I have just whizzed up to the store and leased this, the Fort Street HTS 127. This particular one will take slurry and digestate. It's 10,000 litre capacity. Bearing in mind it is only 20 past 6, these process at quite a rate. I've been putting the bales stacked in front, and look how many we've got through. We had 5 stacks here, there's only 1 and a little bit left. The Linton biogas seems to be going through a much faster rate than the Whitney BGA. Whitney BGA, I think I've still got 3 stacks left. So this does seem to be working at a much faster rate. What I was going to do was come down and check on the situation with regard to this. I think it cost about 453 to lease or something. It was really cheap. So far, how much digestate do we have? 68,800 litres. Weirdly, that doesn't seem to be going up. Do it again. Oh yeah, it's going up. Cool. So let's fill this up with 10,000 litres. Now, I'm sure this situation with regard to digestate being able to be sold here, I'm sure I didn't dream this. I'm sure I read it somewhere. It might have been on the main kind of website, but what I'm hoping is that a trigger's going to come up. But I don't know if it will. It may have just been slurry, you know. Oh, that's going to be annoying. That's lime, isn't it? That's not a sell point. Well, like I say, if nothing else, we have got a load of digestate we can use for fields, but where did I read that then? See, it's part of that what I was talking about. I'm going ever so slowly mad. Please tell me it's going to come up. Come on. Come on. Ah. Might be because there's stuff in the trigger already. Oh, I don't know then. That's worrying and annoying in equal measure. It's weird that you can sell slurry but not digestate. I'm going to check on this again because I'm really not going mad. Slurry 324 and Whitney BJ further down exactly the same. It doesn't specifically say digestate, but normally digestate and slurry are fairly interchangeable. That's why I was kind of hoping that was going to work, but oh well. Never mind, it was worth a look, wasn't it? I'm just going to carry on chugging away. I'm thinking this one will be done before 7. Yeah, that bale that was in front of us gone. So what I'll do is shove those forward and then carry on. So, yeah, all good. It's 24 minutes past 9. Everything's done. I was really surprised at the speed of the BJ and the biogas plant, how well they did it. Machinery's all back, leased equipment's all gone back to where it should have been. I realised I made a huge mistake when I grabbed that slurry tanker. It was a slurry spreader. I must have just completely misread it. That said, I still can't work out if I can sell anything. The digestate, I don't think I can. This I'm pulling up to one side, and in the morning I'm going to worry about cleaning and repair of both JCBs. We'll worry about that later on. Checking on our map though, good news for the morning as well. Growth, our soybean fields are all ready to harvest. 33, 32, 15 and 78 are all good to go. And that's good news. We've got a lot of digestate on hand, so you know, again, it's not a big problem, but it is what it is. I'm going to head back to the B&B, see if it's too late to grab something to eat. It may be, may not be. And then at midnight, I should get a text alert to tell us from the BJ what we've earned. We're also, Field 27 is under offer. Did I mention that already? I can't remember if that was the last episode of this one. Is under offer. The contract should be going through because everything's off that field. Potentially that could pay out at midnight as well, or before or after, before opening of banking tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But it's been another busy day. We started on the last episode what was it, 6:45 I think I came out of the B&B. So 6:45 this morning we started with the whole silage bale process. We'll see at midnight whether or not that was worth it. So who knows? I hope so. Anyway, I'm off to my room, get something to eat, and we'll wait for that text alert. Okay, just before midnight, 421,000. The field has been sold. 155 grand we made on field 27. That all went through. Finances have been sorted. So now we're waiting on the biogas plant. The scary part of this is as well, we see how much the loan interest is every night. Last night I think it was about 4,300 and something. That's why we need to get the loan down as quickly as possible, because it is costing us money, or the farm anyway. So hopefully not long. Well, it's got to be less than a minute. Does that seem about right? Does that seem okay? I said that we had 600 and something thousand litres, didn't we? But it was only paying 450 for 1,000, so it was going to be less than half. Yeah, that's about right, isn't it? So we're up to 704,000. I'm going to pay a big chunk of this. Sorry, I'm in my room. It's dark. I'm not. I'm going to pay off probably 500,000. I reckon we'll leave 200 in the bank account for sundries, leasing, any bits and bobs we need. But another 500 grand off is what we'll be aiming at. I'll do that in the morning. I'm back off to bed. But we've got harvesting to do in the morning. Pay off some of the loan. Soybean will be sold. We'll get whatever good the price is for that. Then we'll turn our attention to the straw bales we've got. Some pelleting. Yeah, look at that. 4,620 loan interest. We need to get cracking on that. Yeah, some pelleting, and then I'm going to do some hay. Now, we've just done silage bales, so I'm not going to put you through an entire episode of me making hay bales. There'll be a bit of the process of me making hay, but the baling and all the rest of it, and I don't think I'm going to do 166 of them. I don't think. But anyway, hope you enjoyed the episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.